Welcome to the show, one and all. This is Damn Ugly Doggy coming to you with another episode of This Land is My Land. And unfortunately, in my last video, I lost the audio about 9 minutes in. So, give me 1 second. I want to make sure I have audio this time. Alright, we're looking good. I'm going to do a real quick little video explaining basically all the stuff that I was talking about in the last video. Alright, so I am setting up for a treaty. In order to set up for a treaty, you have to have certain conditions. And I'm just going to repeat myself the first 9 minutes of the last video. But you want to set up conditions to where the palefaces feel like they're going to have a chance to win. As you can see over here, my market's actually doing pretty well today. I'm happy about that. In order for the palefaces to feel like they have a chance to win, which is what they're going to need in order to offer you a treaty in the first place, they have to have land. Now, I had villages over in this region and down in this region, and I had basically too much of the land occupied. If I were to fill out all the villages or all the regions with a village, then they're not going to feel like they have a chance to beat you back, and chances are they won't even offer you a treaty, or they're going to offer you a treaty that you don't really want. So in order to avoid that and to entice them in order to come in and offer me the treaty I want, I'm giving them some space. So what I did in the last video was basically took all the villages from those two regions and created new villages over in this area and moved my warriors to those new villages. That was the gist of everything that I did and the reason behind why I did what I did. In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily move a village. Okay, so I've decided I want to have a village kind of up in this area. So I'm going to take one of my pre-existing villages. This is a beautiful little spot. This is going to make a nice little blocker. Actually, I might make two villages because this is a beautiful blocker, that's a beautiful blocker, and this will give me a nice little triangle. What I consider a triangle are, I want to have every village connected to at least two other villages. So these three basically are a triangle. So if this one gets attacked, these two can help. This one gets attacked, these two can help, and actually these three can help. So this is a triangle. This is a beautiful little triangle. This is a good triangle. What I wouldn't want to do is have this village where nobody can help them. So if they were, even though they're off the road, if they were to get attacked by a cavalry or something, or a patrol, I wouldn't have anybody that could help them, which would mean I would have to help them. So I'm going to actually move this village. I was going to keep it to kind of help loot this area, but at this point I really don't care about loot. I just want to get to the end, which is the treaty. So I'm going to move this village. And in order to do that, the first thing you want to do, not send, dang it, I want to settle a new village. Now what I call a blocker village is a village that you place on the road that you expect to be attacked. And it's usually, I like to put them on the cross sections so that I can block as many sections as I can. And if this village were to get attacked and I have two other villages around, as soon as they start to get attacked, or right before they actually do, I can send the other two villages to start attacking the people attacking that village. So I'm going to do that. Beautiful. I'm actually going to put another one on this road. Now this one village technically should have these three regions. I believe it does. But one, I want to showcase how to move villages quickly. And two, I really like the placement of these two villages. Okay, so I just need to let them get to that village. And again, this is going to be a quick video, just showing you basically how to move a village. Just kind of looking around to see what kind of action's going on. They're sending dudes out. So as you can see, I've occupied all the zones in this region. If a zone is empty, technically the town or the Palefaces could send a group to occupy any of these regions. They're not usually going to occupy a region that you're already in. So if they send out a patrol and the patrol doesn't find anything after a while, sooner or later that patrol will basically, like, say, go right here. Sooner or later that patrol is going to pick a spot and build a new little camp. And then that camp is going to try to grow and expand. That's a very slow process, but they won't usually, and I don't think they will at all, build a camp inside of a region that you already own. They're only going to do it in an empty region. So now they have plenty of empty regions to come and try to do their thing. Alright, so now I have 2 new villages, right? So I'm going to want to take the items I need to upgrade those villages. And my audio better be working this time. I really kind of need to upgrade my equipment, but again, I just do this for fun, so sorry about the inconvenience. But it is what it is. I'm not going to throw hundreds of dollars into something I just do for fun. Sorry. What are you going to do? I forgot a pelt type. Stuff happens. I don't think I really said much that matters. What am I missing? Did I grab the wrong ones? Wolf pelts. Let's try grabbing the right one. But that is super frustrating. And it kind of makes me wish, you know, I took this a little more serious and I had a following with people actually watching my live streams, because they could tell me things like, oh, we can't hear you. That is important. Alright, so this should be fairly safe for these guys to get to. I hope. We're going to find out. Alright, so once you establish the village and you upgrade it, I'm going to send these boys up to this village. Shinatan. And the way you do that is send to other, select all your warriors, go to that new village, equip them, and then basically give them everything except for one bow. Give them 12, and what's that? 255. And I can have these boys. You can give them all your other items to the point where they are max weight. And in this camp, it's going to make it super easy because I can give them everything. And if you can't give them everything because it weighs too much, then after you send them, so now I'm going to send them to this new village. So that's the majority of the guys. There's 2 guys left in here, so I should have left 2 bows, but I think we'll be okay. If you still have items, you're going to want to pick those items up yourself, because once you disband this village, if it's more weight than these 2 warriors can carry, you're going to lose those items, right? But since there's only 1 bow in here, I can just disband this. And these 2 warriors will actually come up probably to this village, because that is the closest one. So I'm actually going to send 2 guys to that village as well, just so I don't get overpopulated. And let's see if these guys make it out. Now you see that I've taken out that village from this region. That region is turned red. Hopefully these 2 dudes don't run right into that patrol. They look like they're going to make it pretty safe. Yeah, so that's the basics and you just rinse and repeat. Usually what I do is I set up 5 new villages, and then I start disbanding 5 villages. I set up 5, I upgrade those 5, and then I disband 5 and send them to the new villages. And you just repeat the process as many times as you need. Looks like I need I missed the region here. I need to send a village. I need to send somebody in there to occupy that. That looks like a good spot. That's good enough. What? Why? Because I don't have enough rope. Let's put some rope in there. There you go. Now, there's another thing that I'm going to do that I'm not really going to explain to you guys because I don't want to do spoilers, but I'm going to actually add a few more villages. Now you can see down here that I have villages that are maxed, but they're not occupied. I have a reason for that. One is, and the one reason I'll tell you without doing a spoiler is because I'm going to have more warriors join me as I take out these camps, and I want to have some place to send those warriors. But there's another reason that I don't want to tell you, and I'm actually going to increase my camp size. I'm probably going to add 10 or 15 more, maybe 20 more villages. And you're just going to have to continue to watch the campaign as it progresses, and then that will make sense to you. But for this video, I've pretty much shown you what I came here to show you, which is basically just how to move a village. So these are the boys. They're going to work their way up to here. And once they get there, obviously, that village is going to be maxed out, which is a good thing. While we wait, so I've maxed out this one. I want to take the items from here. I like to leave at least 20 rope and 100 wood. Where's this one? Then you just take these items. We're going to upgrade this bad boy. Now, if any of these villages that only have one warrior in them get attacked and taken out, I really don't care. I'm only going to lose usually a bow and a few arrows. So it's not really a big loss. And they do actually serve a purpose for me. I also tend to lose the rope and wood because I like to keep a little rope and wood in each village. I need a little bit more wood on me though. We'll go to this one. Repeat the process. And as far as the audio that I missed, that's basically what I spent an hour talking about. So at least this way you don't have to spend an hour. I would suggest that you go watch the video. It still shows you the process. I didn't give a, unfortunately you're not going to hear my logic behind some of my moves, but you get the basic idea. I want groups of 3 villages so they can protect each other. I want to fill the region that I want to control, because at the end of the day, the name of the game is to have control of your land. So 3 villages grouped together, a village in every region that I want to control, open space left for them before I reach the 80% mark, which I'm at 71 now. So you want to do this before you reach the 80% mark. So the 70% mark is a real good spot to sit there and and to move villages. Now, if you're good and you have a game plan from day one, you don't really need to move villages. But even at that point, you still need to move villages into these regions in order to loot, because I don't do the looting myself. If you want to take the time to, then you don't. But for the most part, you're going to find yourself moving villages at some point. So basically I want to, at this point I wanted to have, which is exactly what I do have, control of the region that I want to keep control of. A little bit of open space for them to come back and feel like they have a chance. And I also want to control where they're going to finally establish. Now I have one town, and it's important that you leave a town up before the treaty. I can go take that town out, which I probably will, because it'll be fun while I wait for the treaty offer. Once they get to close to 80%, I'm probably going to go and clear out the patrol in that town, just for fun. But I'm not going to burn that town. I'm going to leave it. Even though if I burn that town, settlers will come and re-establish a new town, but that's going to take too long. I don't really want to wait for that. Not to mention they usually come from the far side of the map, and the chances of them making it through all my villages are pretty slim. So it can take a real long time before they actually get to settle a new village. Somebody's taking out gold gatherers. Okay, and as you can see, my boys made it up to this village, and now this village is fully occupied. And yeah. So I'm going to actually sit here off stream and just establish a few more villages. And then I will come back and we'll play some more of the campaign. I'll go ahead and take out these guys, work my way up towards the town, probably get him to join, and then I'm going to disband him for the warriors, which is another good way to get warriors. If a village is somewhere where you don't want it, have them join you anyways. So if there's another one up here somewhere that I can find, I'm going to have them join, and then I'm automatically going to disband them. And that'll send them up to this village, the closest village to them, which might actually be this one. Alrighty. And with that, I'm going to call this a quick stream, a whole of 17 minutes long. And I will catch you on the next one. Peace.